Now is my head in the frame since I just filmed 2 entire sections without having it in there? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Jess. I wish I could use that as my opening, but it's from New Girl. Shout out to Zoe Deschanel. D-Chain. Shalom, everybody. Today, I am here to talk about relationships. I was busy thinking about boys. No, I wasn't. I was working on myself. The more hot boys I meet, the more I come to realize that a lot of hot guys have the personality of a sexually active green bean. Here's the thing. Most boys are dumb. And on the other hand, most girls are crazy. Now I know what you're thinking. Jess, what do you know about relationships? I guess I have to establish my ethos. So I've only really had 2 actual boyfriends, but I think I've handled everything pretty well. So I've moved a lot. My first boyfriend was when I was a freshman in high school. It was weird. We were kind of dating for like 2 months, and he was the cling king. And I was kind of distant and cold because I was like, we don't know each other that well, and you're not doing a good job of getting to know me. So yeah, that didn't last very long. And then like we went out on Valentine's Day, and I tried to hold his hand, and he told my friends I was clingy, and I was like, I finally am showing you affection, dude, but whatever, okay. A couple days later, I broke up with him, and then he told people that he broke up with me. So if you're watching this, no, it's fine, I don't care. My second boyfriend was my first legit boyfriend, and we were best friends before we started dating, and we had like a long, healthy, happy relationship, and we had like a healthy, mature breakup because he like went off into the military, and then we just stayed really good friends for a long time. So I think I'm good at relationships, and I've seen shit. I have seen a lot of relationships and the way people react. I think I'm mature and know how to do things. So since I think I'm a reliable source, so should you. Here's the types of relationships. Number 1, the first relationship is basically like I told you, my first relationship. It's kind of awkward and you don't know what you're doing, and your parents probably aren't okay with it. I know my dad wasn't. You know dads. You're like, what's going on? And then you're dating somebody and you're like,
oh my god, like I have a boyfriend.
Like, what do I do when I go to their house? Are they gonna try to do like
things like?
And you're just very confused. Mom, what do I do? Then you have the first love. This is my first love. Everybody thinks that when you're a teenager, you like have to have your first love, which is probably very unlikely. Like, I think that you can fall in love when you're, I'm still chewing a Cheeze-It, I'm sorry. I think you can fall in love when you're a teenager. I just think it's a lot more rare than people realize. And if you are lucky enough to fall in love when you're a teenager, good for me. That happened. People like, they date for 2 weeks and they're like, oh my god, I think I love him. And I'm just like, honey, oh.
Honey.
People just want to be in love, or they just want to feel love, and it's like, girl, forget your insecurities. You don't have to be in love to date somebody. Even if you're dating them for a while, like, you're not required to be in love with them. You don't have to say I love you either. But when you do find an actual first love, which might happen when you're 15 and might happen when you're like 28 years old. My dad said that he never fell in actual love until he met my mom. Tear. And that's when he was 28 years old. I feel like girls fall in love younger. Because guys just want to screw around until they're like 47. That's just on average. You can move on. Like, you might not fall in love again for a long time. Like, people jump to the next relationship. They're like, maybe I love you now. And TV portrays all these relationships where people just hop from person to person and always say I love you. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Monica. A second ago you loved Richard, and now you love Pete. And it's just like, do you love Pete? Do you really? Because you weren't even interested in him a couple weeks ago, and now you're gonna get married to him just because he's like, what, rich? Still gonna reference what that love was like for a long time, and you might look for that in other people. You have to understand that not everybody's gonna be like that, and for you to fall in love with somebody else, they're probably gonna have to be pretty different from the past relationship. There was a reason you guys broke up. If there wasn't a good reason you guys broke up, then maybe you should get back together. I don't know. Oh. same spot? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, number 5. The sexual relationship. The sexist. The sexist. No, not the sexist. Don't date them if they're sexist. What I'm basically trying to say is you have sex with him or her. This is a person who, I mean, I guess it's self-explanatory. You do the do with them. This gets dangerous is if it's, and I'm gonna put this in the same category, number 4. It's 4, right? Yeah. They're friends with benefits, because you can have a friends with benefits relationship and no one catches feelings, but the odds of that happening are very low. The odds of neither of you catching feelings, like, they're very low. The odds of one of you catching feelings is a lot higher. The odds of both of you catching feelings is probably not. The odds of one of you catching feelings is probably the highest, which kind of stinks for both parties. If you're friends, first of all, you like each other's personalities. Now, if you're doing the do, that means you also like each other's looks. Now, if you like each other's personalities and each other's looks, and you start doing the do, then the do you, right? Maybe you're just good at not having feelings. Or you do catch feelings and then you're like, oh crap. But odds are you're not gonna stop it because you want them to keep giving you attention, don't you? Don't be insecure, girl. Own yourself. Or boy. Or it could be the other way around and now your friend has feelings for you and you're like, oh god, I don't want to hurt my friend or make this weird. And you can do it without making it weird, but it's like your friendship's really not going to be the same after that. However, I have seen rare cases where people date after being friends with benefits. Chandler and Monica, that's what they did. She dances with a turkey on her head, you get it. Basically what I'm saying is, don't have feelings if you're just doing the feelies. Next, number 5, I believe, the person who broke your heart. Now, there's different ways that this could have happened, but most likely, there was a third party involved. But I don't know if I should put this as a different number. The cheater. It doesn't matter how many times they say I love you or how much you miss them. There is a 99.9% chance that they are going to do it again, because if they see that you stayed with them after one time, they're gonna think, okay, well, it'll take some convincing, but maybe they'll stay with me the next time. Listen, changes their trust forever, might even like really hurt their self-esteem. Because they're like, oh, why was I not good enough? They needed more. Stop it. Stop thinking that. Because if somebody cheats on you, like, that's their own insecurities coming out. It's not because you're not enough. Don't be insecure, girl or boy. They feel like they need more than one person's approval, but that's not an excuse. That's an explanation, but it's not an excuse. Never get back together with a cheater, because I'm telling you they're gonna do it again. The thing is, even if that does work out, like if you're the cheater, you have to look at the person that you really care about and know for the rest of your life that you like shattered their heart, that you don't deserve them. And if you get cheated on, you have to look at them and know that they like were with somebody else. That's just like, ugh. Don't do it. Break up with their sorry ass. And if you ever have to compete for somebody, just don't do it. You're number 1. I don't know number 2 and number 3, but I know you that one. Even if you do get the person, there was a time when they looked at like when they considered making you number 2. If you don't get them, then it's just gonna be like, all right, so I am number 2. There should not be a number 2. Your person should be 100% for you, no questions asked. You're a dime. Not worth it. You're more than that. The rebound. Having a rebound, these are good. I mean, you're most likely gonna have this relationship at one point. Whether it's like official or you guys are just doing the do. Is this chair okay? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine at my RA. The rebound exists to make you feel better about yourself. But if you already found yourself, you don't need that. Do you want a rebound? You know what? Go ahead, you do your thing. If you just want somebody else to distract you, something new, a distraction, there's a better way to look at it. If you're just doing it because you feel bad about yourself, don't do it. It's just gonna make you feel worse. These Cheez-Its are making me feel worse. I feel greasy. I need vegetables. I need a rebound from these Cheez-Its. I'm just gonna be upset. I'm just kidding, I love you, baby. And you don't want to be a rebound. If you are, do not catch feelings. They're literally just using you so they don't have feelings for somebody else. Honey, if they just got out of a relationship, it doesn't matter how much you think they like you. They are displacing their feelings for somebody else. Don't do it. My room is hot and I look like a sheep. So you've got the filler. Sometimes you're just like, there's nothing going on. I'm kind of bored. Oh, you're a cute guy or girl. And then nothing really happens. That's about it. That was kind of boring. Then there's the potential love interest. When you don't know what's happening, you meet someone and you're like, oh, well, you're cute. And then they think you're cute. Are they just trying to sleep with me? Do they actually have feelings for me? Or is it a little bit of both? Who knows? Half the fun is in the question. So have fun finding that out. I mean, I would advise you not to get attached until you know that they actually have feelings for you. And even then, watch out. Sometimes it's like, I don't have feelings for you, but I could see myself having feelings for you. That's the way to go. Now that I've put in my 2 cents, that was like 10 cents. I didn't feel like getting pennies. Hopefully you know more about relationships. And sometimes you get the hot guys that have a good personality. Could be a good or bad thing. Don't look for love. It'll find you. Don't make it weird. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Don't spend all your time thinking about boys. I like ending the video with my dog, so I think I'm gonna...